Channel. I'm Lady Nika, and with tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 1, episode 2, Forbidden Fruit. And we open up the episode with little baby Shay. She the middle with old Pleasure P. You know, they haven't talked since the big debacle where she got into it with his band members of Pretty Ricky. And she feel like he need to be apologizing. Well, he feel like she made a fool out of her damn self, and she should not be doing that. Plus, he needs a woman on his team that's gonna support him. So when they meet up, she expected him to be on his knees. That dude basically said, "Look, you disrespected them. True that he disrespected you, but you started that situation. You gonna have to learn how to accept the fact that I'm with this group and that we are gonna try to make this a work again. And if you can't deal with it, then girl, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm done talking about it." And she was talking about he don't never defend her, but he was like, "So when you came out of that relationship and was all tore up behind Scrappy, I didn't defend you." She said, "When I was with Scrappy, one thing about it was he always defended me in public." And he said, "Well, that's your perception. Bottom line is, you should have been more supportive to what was going on. You came at them, and that's the reason why things happen the way they happen." And he said he was basically done with the shit, and he wasn't gonna talk about it no more. Grabbed her up in her arms and basically told her, "Bitch, deal, or you can kick rocks." I like how they pulled up in them cars that don't neither one of them own, but that was cute though. Anyway, next scene took us to meeting this guy named Prince. He is the young prince of South Beach. He tells us that he's one of the hottest he's one of the hottest I guess promoters in the business, and he hooks up with this guy by the name of DJ E Fezzy, and they talking about making moves and making money. Apparently there's only one competition in the area for this guy, and it happens to be this girl by the name of DJ Michelle Pooch, who supposedly is popping, was really popping once, but she kind of fell off a little bit, but she's still hanging in there and got a pretty good, following behind her that they attribute to probably being because of whoever her man is. But he said that they don't really get along and she would be his only problem, but he ain't even concerned about her. From what we get from her, he is, in her opinion, old wretched ass nigga, and she caters to a more high class of crowd of people, and we gonna see them butt heads on this season, child. We meet Veronica Vegas. She's a rap artist who has done music with PitBull, and she's at her her photo shoot, uh, in conjunction with new music she released lately. Okay, I'm Amara. What her name is? Amara La Negra. Okay, she comes to the photo shoot after her meeting with Young Hollywood, and she said ever since she had that meeting with him, she been down in her spirit, but she about to come and meet up with her two girls, Veronica and this chick by the name of Steph Lecor, and she tells them what happened, and Veronica say it couldn't be her. Uh, she'd invited him to suck her dick. Amara very upset. She says she tired of being judged because her hair. Although she wears different styles of hair, she's more comfortable with her fro, and she feel like when she come to somebody and asking them to give her some type of help and guidance in her career, the last thing they should do is try to down her because she don't look like the traditional Latin crossover artist, and she began to cry about it. And of course, Veronica and Steph, they gathered around her and told her, fuck Young Hollywood, and you know don't ever worry about trying to downplay her talents. She is a person who there are other women just like her out there, and they need her to stay strong and pave the way for women like her who is trying to cross over without having to succumb to what is considered the norm or the better look just to be able to do so. So that was good. It's like she got her little support system and her friends right there. We're gonna see how long that shit gonna last. Trina meet up with her cousin Joy. It's Joy's birthday night. They going to celebrate, but it also happens to be at a club that her and Trick Daddy has a major performance on. We learned that Joy is Trick Daddy's wife, but they've been estranged for the last 4 years. And I was glad that they told the truth because I'm like, Joy and Trick been over with. How the hell is we doing this? But I ain't mad at him. Secure a bag for your baby mom, well, for your ex-wife. Get her a check too. So, okay. She's saying that, Trina telling her they need to try to figure out what they gonna do with this marriage. They done been apart all this time. She says she has taken steps to try to end the marriage, but Trick won't ever meet up with the divorce mediator or whoever the hell it is she's supposed to be meeting up with. And she worried about seeing him tonight because she don't know how he gonna respond. They don't see each other, they ain't seen each other in 4 years and they don't get along. They do everything they can to avoid each other. Now inside Trick telling us he look over in the corner and see Joy there. He know Joy is Trina's cousin. He said, so that's why she got her ass hanging around. But he said, shit, I ain't got nothing to say to her. We ain't had shit to say to each other in 4 motherfucking years. What the hell I look like? Want to have a conversation with her, much less celebrate her birthday. So they standing within feet of each other in this club, and they ain't saying nothing to each other. They acting like they strangers. And Joy said that hurts her, but it just lets her know that what Trina told her is the truth. It's time to let go and let God and try to break this relationship off efficiently and go on about they merry ways. That's what she said. Now, hold on, child, because I done got some shit. Okay. Amara go to see her mama. When she go see her mama sitting up in the house watching old kitty performances of her and pageants, and she loves seeing that. Her mom, she don't like seeing it because she feel like she critique herself so bad, she don't really want to see it. She said that, she just thinking about how hard she working to try to make her that crossover possible so that she can be there and support her mama, because it hurt her to see her mama having to work until her feet are swollen and work so hard. She want to be able to provide for her, but this crossover is proven to be more challenging than what she expected, and she's kind of hurt in her spirit that it ain't happening fast enough. But she tell her mama it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And her mama got a little upset. We all, any mama that a child, when your child cry, you down there about to cry with them, okay? You just don't want to see them. Plus, her mama probably know how hard this girl has been working to try to make this dream a reality, and she want to be able to do things for her mama. Look like she gonna be able to do it now, because y'all heard she got that $1 million contract. So, ching ching, girl, you about to be able to buy your mama that house and that car and let her live, sit down and not have to work no more. And I'm happy for you, mama. I want to see you win in this season. I really do. She decided that she didn't want to disappoint her mom or stress her out, so she didn't tell her about her meeting with Young Hollywood and all that disrespectful shit that he said to her. Now we meet up with Gunplay. He going to meet up with Miami Tip and her girl Strawberry and talk a little business. He say Keyara then gave him the green light to go on and secure the bag, and he got a lot of history with Tip. Not as much history that, he ain't told his girl that he used to bang Tip. But this about business, so they gonna keep it like that. But when we get in this bar, this look like pool place, she is flirting her ass off with him. Even after he said he in a relationship and it seemed like it's getting a bit serious, she's still saying that, flirting with him, bending all over in front of him and everything. And she say she don't believe that it's all business related, the reason why he did, despite what he's saying. She said she ain't really wanting to be with him anymore, but she likes to flirt with him and make him squirm a little bit because she can. I said, child, that girl gonna fuck you up. Gunplay say he gonna keep it PG-13 because it's about his paper, and that's all he gonna do. He said no matter how tempting that she may be right now, he gonna keep his dick in his dick. As I said, and that's what you need to do, because your girl look like she'll fuck you and this girl up, okay? Now we got Shay meeting up with what we find out is her good friend Michelle Pooch. They beachside exercise, and then they sit down and have a talk. Michelle tells her about her party she had recently, and this boy Prince and his donkey crew, as she called them, crashing her party. Shay tell her girl, no worries, I'm back in town now. I got your back. Ain't nobody gonna blow your damn spot up no more. What the fuck Bucky gonna do? What is Bucky gon' do? I said, bitch, whatever. Anyway, child, next thing we know, the conversation switches over to talking about Shay and her run-in with the members of Pretty Ricky and how Pleasure P didn't defend her. And Michelle tell her, look, Shay, you gonna have to calm down. That group gonna be there regardless. All you can do is sit in the background and just be supportive to your man. Show him you got his back. And if you don't want to do that, then you gonna have some problems. Excuse me, y'all. But Shay say she gonna try to do that to the best of her abilities. Till next we see Gunplay at the house. He decide he gonna tell Keyara about his business meeting with the Miami Till and her hitting on him, but he ain't tell her that once upon a time they used to smash back in the day. So she sitting here, she already, when he said that, that put her in a bad headspace right there. See, this is why I didn't want to pack my bags up and move from Atlanta down here, because I knew it was gonna be shit like this. He trying to tell her that she ought to be glad he told her and it ain't that big of a deal. No, nigga, no, no. Now, I don't know what's going on with your head. Maybe that funny looking ass hair you got up there is stopping you from understanding. But, bitch, if you tell your woman who already had fears that you was going to get back into this lifestyle doing this type of shit, that a bitch is trying to come for you, and she know that this bitch could potentially be some competition for her, she ain't gonna be all right with that, because she know your history, and she may not know that bitch history, but she know bitch histories, and she know that how hoes is. So now she wasn't all right with that, and she let him know that shit ain't okay. If the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't be okay. He talking about long as she secure in a bag, he wouldn't have no problem with it. She said we gonna see. He said he gonna keep working with Tip, Miami Tip, regardless of what she say, cause that's about his money. I said, "Ooh, bitch, you really is a old, you gonna be a piece of work." And I like Gunplay, but he done fell off. He ain't as sexy as he used to be. So, child, he could have been trash canned in 2017, for as I'm concerned. But anyway, child, when he was down there on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, them few little minutes. I said, that's crazy. What man would think that his wife or his girlfriend gonna be okay with a bitch trying to come? Ooh, I done got hot. A bitch trying to flirt with him, when that was one of the reasons why she didn't even want to come back to Miami in the first place, because you got a wandering dick and you got an addiction to trouble, and we ain't seen you get in trouble yet, but you look like you about to start some shit. And I wouldn't start no shit if I was you. Cause this girl here you got, Keyara, remember this bitch been shot 3 times. She subhuman. She might fuck you and this girl up. Walk like Playboy, I hate to miss you. Now, Young Hollywood is having this video release, song release, or whatever, child. It's supposed to be the who's who in this club down here. Veronica and Steph decided they gonna attend the club, come to his party, because see, they want to step to him about how he came with their friend Amara. And when they asked him about it, he said basically that he wasn't trying to offend her. He just wanted to know would she be willing to kind of change her look up sometime to be able to make it in the industry. He said he didn't mean to offend her, and they asked, well, would you be willing to apologize? And that nigga said, yeah, I apologize to her if Veronica go out on a date with him. He ain't shit. And I feel like she ain't gonna be shit in the long run, 'cause she gonna fall for this. Even though in this moment she trying to play hard to get, they sitting down, he talking about trying to touch her. She say, don't touch me unless I give you permission. I said, child, he trying to holler. Now Shay at home, fake cooking, talking about she gonna take her girl Michelle's advice, and she remembered now that the reason why I came down here to Miami in the first place is to support my man. So I'm gonna take my friend Michelle's advice, and I'm gonna cook my man a good meal, complete with something that he can feel for the remainder of the night. Now, meanwhile, while she at the house doing all of that, he across town somewhere meeting up with this Jamaican chick that he used to date, that has come back into his life after 4 years. Now, apparently, he was in a real relationship with this girl. It was deep. And something went on between the two of them, and they wind up parting ways, and it's been 4 years. But he always wondered what would be with her, what could have been with her. He was deeply in love with her, and he wanted to marry her. And now she done heard that he back with Pretty Ricky. She back in town because her sister moving there, and she figured like, well, okay, since my sister moving here, I'm gonna come here a couple of months and be with him and see what it do there. In other words, sound like this bitch only trying to get back with him because she think this group finna blow back up and she want her place in that, even though they had a relationship once upon a time. But my thing is this: if the relationship was so deep between the two of y'all, why did y'all just stop? Why there was never no closure? So now she back and she want to get with you. You telling her, let's take it one step at a time and see what you working with. She ain't got no problem with that because she got a plan. She on the come up with you. And I don't know how big of a come up you really gonna be, cause child, y'all don't look nothing like y'all used to. Now I ain't really pay attention to the sound last week, but y'all damn sure ain't no snacks no more. Y'all look like whole meals, all of y'all, except for that one that look like a dope thing. But child, I ain't gonna talk about them people. It is what the fuck it is. But anyway, child, mm, mm, mm. He ain't mentioned Shay one damn time to Gabby. All he's sitting up there talking about is he wonder what could have been. Miss Lightbright trying to get it right. I said, ooh, niggas ain't shit. Well, Keyara decides since Gunplay done told her about this girl Miami Tip, she gonna go down to her club and catch her stripping and have a conversation with her. And she took a homegirl Chinese Nikki with her. See, Chinese Nikki is a down ass bitch that own a couple of businesses in Atlanta, but she know this bitch got her back and some shit pop off. So she going to confront Miami Tip about flirting with Gunplay. Only to find out that Miami Tip and goddamn Gunplay used to mess around. That's one thing she found out that she gonna have to go back and talk to him about. And two old girls said, "Look, I really ain't trying to holler at you, man. If anything, shit, I'm trying to see what it could do with you. Now you go in this club with the intentions on jumping on this bitch, but this bitch hollers at you and tell you sexy, talking about let me see what you working with, and your thick ass turns around to show her, and you walk out the club basically feeling yourself because she don't want Gunplay, she wants you. What kind of bullshit is that? Girl, I was confused as fuck at that. That shit was crazy as hell. Lastly, Joy decided that look, the time is of essence. Let me go on over here to Trick Daddy house and have a conversation with him about this divorce that we need to have. She don't know if this is a good idea to go. Plus, she worried about how it's gonna turn out anyway, cause she going uninvited, only to get there and Dawn answers the door. Remember Dawn from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? She is Trick Daddy's goddamn manager. I said no wonder we ain't been hearing nothing about Trick Double D, bitch, cause this whole here is janky as fuck. She done managed everybody and ain't nobody popped yet. Trick, don't get caught up with this bitch. Please let this be just for a storyline on this show. Dawn happy to see her, but she tell her, look, he in there. So she going there to tell him, to give him closure and tell him it's time for them to go ahead and do what they need to do. It starts off with, I wanted to tell you why I originally left 4 years ago, and that's because I don't feel that I was getting the love I deserve. His thing is, bitch, I gave you the world and then some. You had all of this, bitch, and you walked away from all of this here to go be with peasants. And that's a decision that you make. She's saying no, it wasn't about the money. Money ain't our problem. Our issue was the love and the respect. That was the problem here, and it's obviously still is. He is getting frustrated to the point he said he ain't finna run his blood pressure up, talking to her ass. He ain't talked to her 4 years. Why the fuck do he need to be talking to her now? He gave her an opportunity to live among all of that good shit he can provide for her and love her right, and she chose to go out there dealing with peasants, so she on her own. She asking him to come back and talk. He said, hell to the no, and he kept it on moving, child. That's basically what happened with him, child. I hollered. I said, Lord, this is going to be a hot damn mess. But that's where the show let off in, y'all. If I left anything out, feel free to put it down in the panty section, also known as the comments, and we can talk about it. This high, I mean, I'm giving it a chance, but from what I'm hearing from people from Miami, this ain't no real depiction of life, and I guess in the inner city of Miami. And I guess in a sense, in order to have mass appeal, you can't just depict just the ghetto areas. And the people that are on there, people from Miami that I watch, they're saying that they don't know these motherfucking people. I don't know. All I know is this show has to sell. It has to appeal more to than just the people in the hoods of Miami. This has to have a global effect, and in order to do so, they brought in the people they thought that would be bring audience to the show, and maybe in next season or seasons to come, or maybe even in this season, because it's only the second episode of the first season. We don't know what's gonna happen with this show, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I hear what all the people from Miami is saying, but being that I ain't from Miami, I lived there for a short while. I do understand that y'all are not seeing some of the inner city of there. I mean, I'm still waiting to see the poker beans, bitch. I'm still waiting to see them. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that because I used to hang out in them projects and get the best weed that I ever had in my life from there. But that's a long time ago in another lifetime. But anyway, I'm just gonna give the show a chance and take it week by week. It's interesting to me. I loved me some Trick Daddy because he is just funny as fuck. And then plus, I ain't gonna take nothing away. Trick is a motherfucking beast. He always have been with them lyrics. I loves me some Trick Daddy. I ain't too big on Trina. She alright. But she ain't. I'm not watching for her. I'm really watching for Trick Daddy. Anyway, y'all, if I left anything out you feel is important, put it down in the panty section, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Today is Tuesday because it's in the early morning hours, so I'll see you guys tomorrow with the have and the have nots. They'll be back tomorrow night on at I think 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. That's what we're gonna talk about. If you have not if you don't know it, I've already uploaded my review from Monday night's Queen Court docket 010818. It was not a full review. It's just snippets of different things that they talked about and my opinions of it. I also uploaded my Love and Hip Hop New York review. Please watch that as well. And I'll see you guys back on Wednesday. Peace.